All right. So let's start the meeting then. I think I wanted to welcome everyone and uh, wanted to show you the first time heard Sunit talk about going to Everest Base Camp. Uh, I was totally filled with fear. And you can see that where I am now in the snow, it's even hard for me to even come out here in the snow. And when Sunit mentioned Everest Base Camp, so I was totally fearful. But thanks to Sunit and his inspiration, that I continued to convince myself that I can do it. And today we are at a point where I am really filled with gratitude for this opportunity. And my mind goes to what a conscious leader is. And for me, a conscious leader is someone who really works beyond ego. Because there are a lot of us, we are working on our ego goals and ego purpose. And conscious leaders work on soul purpose. So what's the difference between the two? I think when we are working on an ego purpose, it's very good. We are very motivated, we are inspired, but we are very attached to the outcome. And when we don't get what we are looking for, we sweat and we are really feeling sometimes diseases come in and we are very fearful. When we are aligned to our soul purpose, I think we get over that fear and we begin to detach from the outcome. We do our best and then we lead a fearless life and flow. And Sunit is one of the best example of that conscious leader because he operates from his soul purpose. So rather than further ado, Sunit, why don't you please share one of the first challenges you faced in your life and how did you overcome them? Please go ahead.
Sure, Dineshji. So what is the question? Is like why?
What are the challenges you face in your life uh, which help you? How did you overcome them?
So Dineshji, everybody face challenges, and everyone. I'm going to keep it in the context of base camp here. So I'll give an example from that perspective. So early on, remember in my early 20s, I used to have a problem of eating disorder, personally speaking. And it was so bad, like, whenever I used to go out with my friends, I would feel like, oh my God, I won't be able to finish the plate of food sitting in front of me. That was a mental challenge, and that brought some discipline in me to work towards it in such a way that this should not be just a way for you to uh, consume a food, but from the standpoint of like how much your body needs it. So that was a starting point for me to be at the fitness level, to improve um, on my on my physical need, and then not to worry about like how much you can consume, or how many times a day you want to eat a meal. I'm just giving you a very generic example here, because we all are bound with these days with the outcome, just like you said, it's ego based, and it's, but everyone's need is very, very different. We all are very different. Like, we all call ourselves human beings, but beneath ourselves, each one of us is a very, very different story. But from the spiritual and body mind standpoint, yeah, we all have same goal, like to attain something which is fully detached. So Dineshji, I want to go back and maybe have you ask a question which is specific to base camp. I think that would be more interesting to the audience.
Yes, absolutely. Please go ahead and if you can tell me that having been there once to Everest Base Camp, why are you trying? Why are you going again?
Yes. So Great question here. I mean, yeah, I did it once. Second time, I want to do it for others. I want to do it for you. I want to do it for folks, who can join us. Um, and why I want to do it is like when I'll be with you all, I want to see that, when you will witness. I mean, I can go so many times when you witness these mountains standing there. These mountains are 50 to 60 million years old. They are standing tall, they are standing strong. You can look at them all day long when you're over there. It's hard for me to explain to you in words, because I think sometimes talk is overrated. When you go and feel it, when you look at those mountains, you feel like how small we are, how small our lifespan is. These mountains, they are standing there. They will be standing there for another 10, 20 million years. Who knows, right? So it's something which is you have to experience, which is uh, which is like much bigger than your ego, right? Just like you said, we all operate from conscious level, we operate from ego level. Our ego looks so tiny when we look close. Those are the reasons I want to do it again.
Okay, how did you, how did your first trip help you uh, in your personal life and professional life?
So when I went for how it impacted me is it all started not to go, it all started way before that. When you have a certain goal and achievement in your mind, you start doing the right preparation. You want to go with the right sense of discipline and the consistency to prepare for something, right? Prepare for the unknown, just like you said. uh, we cannot simulate. We can be we can be the best of our shapes, right? But we need to have that sense of gratitude and that sense of blessing from the unknown, from the God, that certain things, such an example, when you go to the high altitude, I don't know how many people have been to high altitude. That simulation, you cannot do it, right? So that some level of trust needs to be given to the nature that everything is going to be fine. But at the same time, you do your best from the standpoint of your fitness, your practice, your training. So that impacted me. Like for anything I take as a goal, I want to make sure that I put my best in there, and with the right consistency and discipline. Even today, um, uh, there are certain things, that every day I love to do it, and I want to. If I miss on that consistency, let's say of running or biking, it will be so hard for me after a week to achieve the same level of sweat or same level of pace, right? So that has taught me a huge amount of the consistency, and you would see that when you start preparing for this, that will become an inherent nature in you. Like, oh, you have to do this and this, and they will not be. Sometimes there are excuses in life. Oh, I was so busy in work, I could not do it. But when you sign up for something like this, you will do it.
All right. So at this time, I would ask the audience if Veena Uttarwar, I noticed you have joined, and she has been also there once. So anyone in audience, if you have any questions for Sunit, would you like to ask now?
I will ask the question.
Go ahead,
Go ahead.
Indu.
Oh, Indu.
So
Okay.
my question is that from what I read from Google, that it takes about 9 days to arrive at the base camp. So how many miles you are walking, hiking every day, and how do you push yourself every day if you have not done anything like that before?
Right. So Induji, that's where the training comes into picture here. But in terms of the numbers here, so those 9 days, and every day out of those 8 or 9 days, typically it's either 8 days or 9 days, but every day out of those 8 or 9 days, there's a well-prepared plan in terms of how much you can or how far you can go. And there are villages, there are beautiful villages along the way. Um, it's all like feel like a well-scripted thing. There's only one way to go. There are not multiple ways going to the base camp. So typically, you could think of during the early, like, first 3 or 4 days, when when you're not reaching that high altitude, you can walk a little faster, right? So you can, so the first 3 days, you would maybe walk, let's say, 10 to 12 miles a day, right? And then fourth, fifth days, you will reduce to 6 or 7 miles and things like that. And maybe you will take a little bit longer, but the plan is always start early, like 6:30, 7 o'clock at the latest, have your breakfast, um, and then reach your destination, your hotel by 3:30. And then the rest of the day is left for you. And did I answer the question? I think you had a couple questions in, one was the distance, the other one was?
Well, the other one, is how do you, well, maybe it's more of a mental question. How do you get over yourself and every day you stay motivated that you're gonna finish it?
So Induji, when you look at those mountains, you will get that feel of that love and the embracing within those mountains and within that area. So believe me, uh, you will have that inspiration to go every day, because you will not see Mount Everest right from the first day. You will start seeing a glimpse of it. And that's
Mm-hmm.
the most beautiful thing in the life I've seen. Once you're in the fourth day, you will see the full glimpse of Mount Everest. I've never seen anything beautiful than that, because the reason is that has been an iconic thing for all of us, for all the mankind, that you have to achieve the tallest mountain in the world. And you're seeing with your bare naked eyes, you're seeing like how many people have given their lives climbing that mountain. Their bodies are still there and whatnot, right? So it's that feel you will get goosebumps, and that will keep you moving forward. Having said that, I mean, there is a infatuation, and there is a proper training and consistency, right? So we want to make sure that we have done together all the right things for you to be there and enjoy it, not being sick, and come back.
My name is Raj. I've been to Base Camp too. If you allow me, I'll add a few more comments to
Go ahead,
the
Raj.
answer.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
There are definitely times where at the end of the day, you're feeling very tired and you even question why the hell I'm doing all this. But I found myself that if I trusted myself and said, take some rest. And when I wake up in the morning, I'm recharged completely. And then I'm saying, yeah, I can do this again. So don't be discouraged by temporary moments of feeling tired and exhausted.
There would be, yeah, there would be moments, because sometimes the high altitude definitely kicks in. But just like Raj also said, little bit rest, drinking lots of water, um, and not overexerting yourself, taking frequent breaks is the key to be to do the successful trip here.
Thanks to both of you for answering my questions. Appreciate that.
Well, I'll say one more thing. In fact, when I went to Kilimanjaro, they have this thing called pole pole, which essentially means slow, slow. Look, when you do something long like this, it's endurance, not speed. So don't try to compete with anybody in the group in terms of trying to go fast or slow. Figure out your pace and just be consistent and keep going. In fact, I had this experience where there are a few people in my group who sort of sprint a little bit to go to a point and, hey, I'm going to go to that peak and take a picture from there, etc., etc. I tell you, they were a lot more tired than I was, where I maintained just a slow, constant speed.
Right. And we will plan and we'll prepare the group in such a way. We will have enough Sherpas with us. So we all will be together. I'm hoping that we can sign a group of 10 because I think that's where it makes sense for all of us to go. And in that group of 10, we would have at least uh, five, like two people per Sherpa, and everyone will try to be together. But if some people wants to go a little bit faster, they can do it, but they have to wait it over there. But then you will have the support of Sherpa. You will carry little weight, less weight on you, just maybe the water and a little bit snacks every day, and uh, and enjoy. Basically, that's what it is. That's that's the key there. If you go with that mode of enjoyment versus the mode of, oh, I have to achieve that, your mindset will completely change.
Any other question? Veena, would you like to comment? You have been there too. Any comments from you? Any observations?
Uh, yeah, I think everybody covered that. For motivation, for me, actually, I had a goal to reach to base camp for my husband's birthday. So I never questioned myself. I know last day it was extremely slow. Even if I wanted to go fast, I couldn't because of the elevation. So I think it's just you have to set a goal and take it, from there, you just achieve, you compete against yourself, nothing else.
So,
Can I ask
Sunit,
a question to Sunit?
Yeah, go ahead, Naren.
no, I joined a little late. I would love to get a tiny bit more information whenever you can. Right now, when are you going there?
Yeah, so we are planning, typically climbers go uh, either the first week of April or the first week of October. So I think for first week of April, we have very little time for right preparation. So we are postponed to first week of October.
So October is a good month to go to Everest Base Camp.
Yes, I've been in October. Some of the other folks I've trained, they've been to in October. It's beautiful right after the mountain, right after the rain, monsoon rain. It's so lush, full green. You will see so many beautiful wildflowers along the way. For at least for 4 or 5 days. After that, it all becomes just rocks and traveling on bare mountains because lack of oxygen. There's no vegetation.
Okay, Sunit, how about food? What kind of food we should expect there?
Right. So, like I said, there are so many beautiful villages along the way. The trip will be well planned, and there will be breakfast, lunch, and dinner served, and we'll start with breakfast, we'll stop for lunch somewhere in the middle, and then we will have dinner in the evening. And it's a it's all homegrown there in the sense, like, all these villages have their own farming, so you can expect very good homemade food, vegetarian food. I stick to vegetarian food, and I will recommend everyone to stick to vegetarian food. And I mean, dal and bhat, that's what in Nepal they say. Um, but you will get sabji also.
So Sunit, is there a medical test or something you do to make sure that people who are going are fit to go? Just to make it personal, suppose I want to consider going at age 78. What should I look into to make sure I'm prepared to go? What is the parameters?
Excellent question there. Um, like I said, you can train your body uh, wherever you're staying, wherever you're living, right? And I'll help you prepare with the right type of exercise, right? But as far as how your body would behave for a high altitude, for that, I would suggest, and I would plan another trip to Denver. Um, Basically, I want all of you, whoever will sign up, to take you to Denver. There are a couple of peaks which is 14,000 feet and above, like Quandary Peak, Pikes Peak, and we will climb that first so that you will get adjusted. You will get a feel of it, because most of the folks, when they have that feeling right around 14,000 feet, like how they're able to handle their breath, their body, um, whether they're getting the altitude sickness. So that should be in the plan between now and October. One trip to Denver.
So Raj, you know me and you know my situation. Do you think it is something that I could consider? I know you took me to Mission Peak long time ago. And, so question is it something I should even think about, Raj?
Naren, I'm not an expert, man. Tough for me to answer that question. But, when I went to, Everest Base Camp, Kilimanjaro is actually even higher than Everest Base Camp. I did see people that were, they look like your age or even older. They're going slower, but again, speed is not what we are after here. So, would you consider it? I think you should go get a stress test done.
My heart situation is appears to be unusually good.
Okay.
The reason is, it's like the only problem that I have is doctors always find my pulse rate low. But stress test, everything I pass all the time.
So Naren, are you aware that there was a 75-year-old American lawyer who has done the Mount Everest peak? If that inspires you, actually that inspired me a lot. This guy had gone to, at 75 years, gone to the peak. And the other thing I believe, and you can check your belief system, I believe that if you get the answer from your inside that you can do it, then I think that means your body is telling you that you can do it. So if you listen to your body and soul, you will, right, the answer is right there. And of course you can get checkups done like Raj suggested. And I think start preparing. So I would say that from Mission Peak, we can go to Yosemite, and we can also go to Mount Shasta. They are all nearby. And I think Yosemite is, Sunit, about 8,000?
Yeah, Yosemite can go up to 10,000 also. 10,
Right.
10, 11,000.
So Sunit, are you also planning to take us to some, especially people who are in Bay Area, some local places?
Let me caution you on one thing. Actually, Yosemite cloud dress, you can go to 11,000. But it's tempting to go drive up to, Yosemite, start from 7,000, 8,000 and climb in one day.
Yeah.
But in Everest Base Camp, actually, that's also too quick an elevation gain. You got to climb only 3,000 to 4,000 feet per day, whether you fly, in drive, etc. Because no matter how fit you are, your body, your lungs will get used to low oxygen only at a certain rate. So if you go to do the Yosemite thing, absolutely, and Sunit is right. Go to Denver too, but don't try to do it in a single day. Don't say I'm going to just go fly into high altitude or drive into high altitude and go all the way to 11 or 14.
Your body
Thank you, Raj. That's good advice. Yeah. Okay.
Your body will acclimatize, because when you sleep overnight, there are good things happening inside your body. You're preparing yourself for next day. So that's why, when you reach every day around 3:30, 4 o'clock, you're not doing any exertion to your body, right? You're just sitting there, you're meditating, you are going to have just a dinner and then sleep, right? So those 12 to 16 hours is good enough for you to have that altitude adjustment every night, every evening onwards.
Oh, so
I don't know if you remember or we've gone through this, but in all the hikes you've done, they plan it so that you actually climb 1,000 feet higher than where you're going to sleep. You come down 1,000 feet, and that's the best for the body to acclimatize.
Correct. 50% of the times. Yeah, when you start going to the higher elevation, from starting from ten boche, yes, you come back. But when I took a group of 10 people last time with me, there was one person who came back right around 13,000 feet elevation. And there were two problems which I was able to see. One was like, he was already influenced with naysayers, especially his family, his brother. He said, "Oh, why are you doing it? What's the purpose of you? There's no point in doing and exerting your body. You should just come back." That influenced him every step he was taking. And second thing is, I think he was a little bit under high blood pressure also. So if you are in any medical condition, we need to be a little bit more cautious.
So let me, for all of you, let me mention a resource that we can bring to all of you. So Som and I have gotten to know Dr. Akil Teher. Have you, any one of you heard his name? AKILTAHER. Now, here is a doctor that at age 56 had 3 stents put in his heart. At age 61, he's a medical doctor. At 61, they had an open heart surgery. And after that, he has now done 2 marathons. He has now gone to Kilimanjaro and Kailash Parvat. And he has written a book, Open Heart. So he's a resource. If you think it is useful, we can, he's going to be coming to CWC platform. I saw March 12th or something.
March 12th. 12th. He's there on March 12th. Yeah, he's going to talk about his story and also about his heart and preventive care, etc. Yeah.
So
thank you so much. Thank you so much, Naren, for sharing that. And I would also like to mention that personally myself, I have followed Lalit Kapoor's methodology of the plant-based whole food. And that has helped me bring the blood pressure down. So there are still 5 to 7 months before we go in October. So there's a great opportunity for those people who are interested to follow any of those methodologies and bring their blood pressure down and under control. So Sunit, any other advice in terms of the gear? What kind of gear we would require, and you would address that in the first meeting?
Yeah. So once you sign up, yeah, there are things we will take it, as it comes in the journey. So yeah, having the right fitness gear, what type of brand, how many pairs of clothing and things like that, what type of backpack would be sufficient, and all this would be covered.
Okay.
So one question that when you say sign up, does that mean I am committed to going, or I sign up and join the training anyway?
Yeah, sign up means you're committed to go, because like I said, we are putting a cost structure in such a way that, we need in multiples of 5 people, 10 people, because when you go there all the way, you come back, you take a helicopter ride, right? And helicopter, usually it's not per person, it's like how full is the helicopter ride. So it's 5 people it can take back. So based on that, we are putting the cost structure in place.
Okay, so right from the beginning, you have to commit that you're going to go, right?
Yes.
So
I would.
the minimum you are looking for? Minimum is 10?
Minimum is 5.
And maximum, is there a limit?
Maximum, I think we should keep it to 10 or 15, not more than that.
5 to 15.
Yeah, 5 to 15, yeah.
So I see Dr. Vij and Sanjay Agarwal, 2 MDs have joined. So Pankaj, do you have any comments?
Good morning, everyone.
Narenji, I want to tell you one thing. I am in the same boat as yours for low blood pressure. So I know, of course, I am younger at age, but
No,
I'm
no, I
pretty sure
don't.
you're more healthier than me. So I'm pretty sure if you put your mind to it, you can do it.
No, no. So I don't have a low blood pressure. I have low pulse rate.
Oh, pulse rate. Sorry.
Right.
Okay.
My Dr. Viz is my physician. He will tell you that
Right.
I don't have any medication of anything, but
Mhm.
my heart rate always shows even below 45.
Oh, okay.
Right. Dr. Viz knows that once in a while it drops below 40,
Oh, okay.
but everything is fine. So, Dr. Viz, broadly, any comments? You are
Well,
our leader.
Sunit, I have one more question before we turn it to other. How many weeks training would it require? You have a plan of how many, and when will that training start, and when will you conclude?
Yeah, we need to put at least one good quarter in place, 13 weeks of training. And in that 13 weeks, we will do like 2 times a week, once or 2 times a week in the beginning, and then a little bit increase the intensity. Uh, and also, as far as the heart rate goes, yeah, you would see your heart rate would increase as you climb the elevation, because your heart has to work harder. It has to pump more blood to get more oxygen. So uh, I'm not a doctor, but I've seen, like, yeah, my pulse rate is also like, resting pulse is like 50 to 55. Over there it came up to maybe 65 to 70. So just as a reference number I'm putting.
So,
Thank you,
Dr. Viz,
Sunit. And now I'm going to ask Dr. Pankaj Viz to please comment, and then Dr. Sanjay.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. No, I'm here to listen, just like all of you. This is very exciting, and I'm very fascinated by the enthusiasm of such a nice group of people that we have, and I think it'd be really cool to orchestrate this. I have more questions than comments. My question would be: I'm really intrigued by Sunit's idea that in one quarter you can take all of us who are on a very wide spectrum. Some of us are couch potatoes, some of us are, weekend warriors. Some people are maybe hiking or walking every day. So in one quarter, how many, would that mean, like every Saturday, like once a week, there will be a practice hike? And can you give us just a very rough idea of that? And I'd love to hear Dr. Agarwal's comments more than mine, because he's a lung specialist, and lung specialists deal with altitude sickness all the time.
Right. So in terms of the practice hike, I know we all are in different locations, different areas. And Dr. Agarwal, I don't know, where are you, but are you somewhere in San Jose?
Yes, he's in San Jose.
Okay.
Yeah, he's in San Jose. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. I thought, okay, that's Pankaj who asked this question, right?
Yeah, I'm in the East Bay. I believe all of us are here in the Bay Area, right? Is that not right? Correct?
No, there are some people who are not from Bay Area.
Okay.
But it has become a lot easier these days because we have apps like Strava, where we can measure our metrics, and we can all publish to each other. And we, at the same time, we will do with our own pace. It doesn't mean like we all have to come together, meet at 5 o'clock in the morning at the base of the mission peak and do it together. No, the idea is everyone start with their own comfortable pace, comfortable time, but everybody have to log their activity. And then we will plan it in such a way that for a week one, you will have to do this much elevation of hiking, and then in a week two you would little bit improve further from the timing perspective and from the distance perspective. If you do not have certain areas where you cannot climb the mountain, you can actually do it in the gym also. Stairmaster is a perfect example in the gym that helped me tremendously in terms of climbing the floors. So yeah, we will have a good plan for starting from week 1 through week 13, and that will give you the confidence, like where do you stand? And I saw when people who started the last time with me for training, they were literally sweating the first day, the first week. They were almost about to give up. But second time when they did it, they said, oh, okay, I feel better. So that builds the confidence also.
Okay, Dr. Sanjay Agrawal, would you like to comment, please?
I don't have much to say. Thank you. Good morning, everybody, and thank you, Sunit, for doing this. I am just joining in at the behest of my good friend Som, and I don't know what to say. I'm just trying to get the lay of the land. The enthusiasm is great. I see people from all ages group across the border, and it's great. If Sunit can motivate everybody, get fit and get to the base camp, that's what my understanding is. I think it's a great idea. Yeah, I'll leave it to that. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sanjay. Sunit is a great motivator. He was certainly able to motivate me. And also, I think he's got the whole methodology. That's kind of very reassuring. So, Sunit, anything else would you like to add? I noticed that we are approaching last 15 minutes.
I think, yeah, everybody has done in some shape or form. There are other folks in this group who have done already this thing. So it's just in your mind, if you, where there's a will, there is a way. So it applies here also. If you have that will to go and see that beautiful, spectacular 20, 30, 50 million year old mountains standing so quietly in front of you, there is a way for you to go and see that. That's the whole purpose of this expedition, right? You got to see the biggest thing in life is they stand tall, they stand quiet, and they embrace you spiritually. That's the feeling you want to feel there. It ends in the air.
I do want to add that we also, and Som, I know you like this, mind resilience, physical fitness and mind resilience. So we also have in our network partners, some people, especially Amy
Dinesh,
Bernstein.
I will send you an article
Yeah.
from a group of people who went to Kilimanjaro, and there was a type of energy medicine that they were practicing, and none of them had any problem climbing the top. So I'll look for that article and send it to you guys. Just for
Thank you. Thank you, Indu. And by the way, Indu is part of our network, and she is, as you all know, into the body talk and energy healing, and Amy Bernstein, and there are several people. So we also plan, in addition to Sunit's physical fitness regime, we'll also have a mind resilience routine. So that should also help people build both mind resilience and physical fitness. So any other, yeah, go ahead, Naren. Any other question?
No, not question. I want to first of all say that if we could, Sunit, create 10 to 15 people who do this, they become our health heroes. And that motivates thousands others. So it is a wonderful thing that you are doing. So it is about us producing role models. When role models get produced, then naturally many more people get inclined to do at least little bit. So it's a wonderful thing. But Sunit, I know you professionally, but can you tiny bit share with all of us your journey and your life? It will be very inspiring for us. How, as a techie, you're a techie and entrepreneur type. How? Tell us about you.
A little.
Thank you, Narenji. I'll take just maybe 1 or 2 minutes to quickly tell about myself. Back in 2011, Narenji, I'm an avid skier. So I used to go and do skiing in all these Tahoe mountains. One specific ski incident in Heavenly, I used to do black diamonds. So I had a really bad fall. My clutches of my skis, they got tangled like this, and I fell down like almost 50 feet down the mountain, rolling like this. And as when I fell, I could not feel my legs beneath the knees. And my friend was searching for me. He found me. I was lying there. He called the emergency. I was
Hands down affected. Yeah.
Can you please unmute? Raj,
Yeah.
can you please unmute?
sorry.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. So I was airlifted, and then I came back home without feeling any sensation beneath the knees. My knees were swollen, and next day I went to the for MRI checkup, and I saw, like, my ACL was broken. It was a complete tear, and my doctor said, "Listen, Sunit, it's so unfortunate it has happened to you. You love doing outdoor activities. You have to do the surgery, and that's how your lifestyle would be for the rest of the life." I looked at myself in the mirror. I said, no, I'm not going to give up. I'm going to, even this is just a pause for me. And at that point in time, with the right confidence within myself and the trust from the nature, that I did not even go for surgery. I actually fixed myself. I healed myself with the power of yoga and meditation. And it's a miracle, because when I went back to the same doctor, they said, "Doctor, you said that I won't be able to run without surgery." The doctor got really surprised that you can do things without even medical support, from the standpoint, like, there's a prescriptive guidance from the medical professional. The power of healing within you, you have to just wake that thing up, and you can heal anything in life. And that gave me a confidence. And I never ran before, and I started running, and I then participated in marathons. And I to this day, um, I every day I run, and I am actually, my pace is getting better. So age is never a defining number. And there are always naysayers in front of you who say, "Oh, your heartbeat needs to be at this level when you run." But I always take tall examples, just like Narenji was saying. We always have to create examples in front of our society. And my examples are people who are older than me, 10 years older than me, who are running faster than me, and whose heartbeat goes even higher. They don't worry about it. Why should I? So that's my story. And having good examples, having the right consistency and discipline has taught me the things which I'm still able to fulfill my life with.
Sunit, congratulations. And we would love to have you, and Som can work with you. Love to have you record and document your story, because we want to post inspirational stories on our platform. So Som, can you tell about that program that we have? Som?
Are you talking about the Health Hero story?
Yes, the inspirational story program that you are, increasingly documenting, and we would love to have Sunit go through that.
Yeah. The whole thing is also that, it can be one-to-one mentoring also, because, that's something which is very effective. And, people looking for role models. So the whole idea is to have an entire resource pool of mentors like yourself. So yeah, that's what Naren is alluding to. Yeah.
So can we see you?
Maybe later.
Okay.
It's Sunday morning. Let's give him a break.
I did share my Medium post. Please do feel free to share it within your group. It's just whatever I was saying, I put it in the sentences over there.
So Sunit, I would like to talk with you. Can you send me your contact information so that we can talk whenever you have some time?
Done. I accepted your LinkedIn request.
Great.
All right. Is there any other question? There are last 5-7 minutes left.
Sorry, I kind of joined late. So when is the fitness program starting? I know it's week 1 to week 13. My name is Krishna.
Hi, Krishna. So the plan is this: we will, in the next 2 weeks, we need to sign up, and we will see how many people can join. And then let's say by end of February, beginning of March, we will start our program.
Oh, okay.
Actually, if we are going in
So
October,
Krishna, just want to make to let you
Yeah.
know that we will send you. Did you receive an email? Did you get our mail?
Yeah, I did. The reason I'm
Okay,
like, I'll be out of.
excellent. All
we
right,
visit-
so we will send you all the information when the program is starting and where to sign up and how to sign up. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
Hey.
one question and observation. See, not everybody would be able to go to the mission peak because they may be located somewhere else. So it would be very useful if we get a data set or some parameters in terms of elevation or other distances, etc. How does one really cover over a certain period of time, so that irrespective of the location, they can actually find out a suitable regime for them. Yeah, so that would be useful.
absolutely. And that's what I was mentioning before, like apps like Strava, we all will download and we all will follow each other. And there are many ways you can do it. You can do it even in the gym. You can use the Stairmaster, right? You can actually climb the floors at so many number of times. You have to, like, as part of your training, you would do like 1,000 feet. You have to simulate 1,000 feet, 2,000 feet of training, climbing actually. And I will help you all to wherever you are, how to achieve those parameters.
Thank you. Thank you.
So Dinesh, you want to introduce everybody or you already have?
Sorry.
Dinesh, unless you have already introduced, can you quickly introduce everybody who is on the line?
Well, before we do that, I just want to say this, that I have posted in the chat message a WhatsApp link where there are 15 people on this call. And all those people, if you have further interest, then please join that WhatsApp link. That's where we'll be daily posting the information as often as possible. And people on this call,
Yeah,
they
Dinesh,
are,
I
go
have the link. So I'll
Okay,
send it
good,
to
good,
those who do not have the link and who are in this call,
Right.
and some of them who were invited. So I'll certainly, for their convenience, in case they want to join, it's an optional thing for the people who really want to go and want to join the group. I'll give them the link. Yeah.
Yeah, excellent. So if you're really serious and if you're seriously considering going there, I hope all of you are considering that, then that would be very useful. So to be part of that WhatsApp group. And then people who are on this call, I think Indu already
Dinesh,
talked.
one thing
Mia,
you have not covered is the cost of this whole trip.
yeah. So Sunit, you want to talk about that?
Yeah, so the cost would be, this is inclusive of like 8 to 9 days of all covered expenses from the standpoint of the day you start the hike, all the way to Gorakshep, which is the last city, last small little village, which is the destination. Those 8-9 days of food, accommodation, and the Sherpa. And also, you would get some backpack, you will get a backpack and a jacket also along with that. And the helicopter ride back from Gorakshep back to Lukla. So that the entire cost would be $2,250. But if you sign up in the next, let's say, now there is one caveat to this. Like I said, the cost of helicopter is based on 5 people. So I'm looking for multiples of 5 people. So which means that I would like to sign up maximum of 15 people, not more than that. But if you can sign up in next 1 week, next 1 to, let's say, by February 15th, we'll give $100 off. But in this price, I will also train you for the preparation and for the right gears you want to get. So 2250, that's the number. But if you sign in next 2 weeks, it's 2150.
Thank you,
Sunit,
Sunit. I just
yeah.
want to be respectful of time. So those people who have to sign off at 1 o'clock, if you have any question, last minute question, you can ask now or put it on the chat. So any other question before we sign off?
Just a quick question, Sunit. I'll be gone to India for about a month or so, 5 weeks or so. Is it okay still?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
There
Okay.
are some folks, who joined from India also directly. And like I said, we'll help you simulate the training program wherever you are.
All right, everyone, thank you so much for joining. And Sunit, really, really thankful to you for inspiring us and helping us get rid of the fear. And like you said, once we overcome fear, that makes us better conscious leaders, because they're always challenging situation professionally. And this fearlessness will go a long way. So thank you, everyone. Have a lovely day and look forward to seeing you in our WhatsApp group and at the Everest Base Camp.
Thank you, guys.
And Dinesh, thank you for coming on this platform back again, and love to continue working with you.
Absolutely, Naren, and thanks for joining. Are you in the Bay Area or you are in India now?
I'm in Bay Area, but leaving on February 6th.
All right, wonderful. Naren, we have something coming up in India also, which I have mentioned to Som on the March end. So I'll share that with you separately.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Bye, guys.
Everyone have a lovely day.